Alright guys, let's get into this. This is a best of 3 match between Dragon Phoenix Cure, one of the kings of the online scene, especially in Korea, but also internationally. And his opponent has actually won the last 2 Korean weeklies in a row. So he's actually starting to change from a semi-finalist, a round of 8 online guy, to actually winning 2 EPT Korea weeklies in a row. This is Team Envy's Creator. And Creator actually kicked my ass earlier on in this tournament. I got him in my 2nd round. Lots of fun. I know his habits very well. He always scouts either after very early, usually after gate though. But he always does a nice safe scout, doesn't skip on it. And he likes to play 2-gate Blink Robo 3rd, 4-gate Blink, or Oracle into Blink, which is an older style he doesn't use as often anymore, but it depends on his opponent. So he's those are kind of his 3 openings. He's a very standard defensive player. He likes to off his Blink Stalkers. Even if he opens Oracle, straight into Blink after 1 Oracle, almost always, right? So he's very much focused on those styles, and he likes to off Blink Stalkers, get a couple of Immortals, Sentries, charge lots, and then transition into Colossus and play that big mid game with lots of Zealot Archon. Now, Cure actually loves a reactor first, and if he can get away with it, it's fantastic. So he says, look, probe's on the low ground, that's fine. Command Center's getting delayed, guys. He's got 400 minerals, but he can't put it down right now. Oh my, damn, that Command Center got delayed by a good 7 seconds. That was a really effective probe, but Creator, not knowing if there was a Marine on the high ground or not, as that's what a lot of Terrans do, doesn't risk poking up there. And he might poke around a little bit, but he just wants to see, is there a Marine? Is there a Reaper? What's going on? And actually harassing the SCV is a good way to check for that. He's worried about Marines coming down and cutting him off. So you can see he's getting ready to turn tail and run. But I think at this point, he can go, oh, it might be reactor first. And that, oh, he's being very annoying. If that probe takes 1 more hit, he can get drilled on the way home by this SCV. Let's see, the Marines. He spots the 2 Marines, so he knows it's reactor first. Great scouting by Creator. And keeps the probe alive behind this 2nd barracks. So we're going to see most likely a 3 barracks play by the looks of it. And, oh, he's going to hide that up there. Okay, well-placed barracks. Behind this, Twilight Council goes down for Creator. He's gone 1 Adept, and he's going to go straight for another Adept. Creator very active with these Adept shading. He's going to try and see what's up. Now, if he can catch one of the early Adepts, that'll be great. But you don't want to fight versus both Adepts at once until you have at least 6 Marines. And 8 Marines can kind of just force their way through really easily no matter what. But the Adepts, if they're microed really well, they can kind of get a hit, disengage. Get a hit, disengage, and that way they can utilize their shields to do lasting damage on the Marines. This Marine's looking for it. I told you, Creator is so active with this. He's already getting non-stop probes, Robo behind this, and he just keeps forcing you to raise the wall, which is annoying. Stops your SCVs rallying down smoothly. And it's just a little testing thing. And look at this other Adept comes in as well, and he's hoping to catch him. Not quite raising the wall in time. Already, what do you know from this? You know that Cure is not swapping his factory onto the reactor. You don't know if there's a factory or a reactor, but look at that. And he sees the Marines. So he's also kept tabs on this. This is really important because recently off reactor first, Cure's won a lot of games by moving his first 8 Marines across the map, sometimes even 6 Marines, walking into the natural of the Protoss and just doing tons of probe damage with just 6 or 8 Marines. And that's been a really cool way, because a lot of players never attack till Stim's done with 3 racks, and Protoss players were just kind of, yeah, I've got 1 Adept outside the base. He would sneak his Marines past and do big damage. So you can see Cure here is like, get out of here, dude! This is so annoying the way Creator does this. Still though, the engineering bay is pretty late. It looks like he wants to do a Stim Shields timing. He's actually starting up Marauder production pretty early. He's also not started his next 2 gases yet. Now that's a very mineral-focused build from Cure. He's going to get his bunkers down. A bunker in the natural... I think... Is he going to go 3rd CC? He's building another depot right now. He's hitting a... Okay, no. As he hit the supply block, he came unsupply blocked. Now, Cure's problem is he doesn't know if there's a 3rd. Normally, you want to split a Marine or an SCV to see if there's a 3rd base, to know how hard you want to commit to this. But in this scenario, he hasn't been able to. And this is, of course, a 4-gate Blink build, so you do not want to get caught on the map against these Blink Stalkers, especially if the Observer can track where you are. Now that a first Observer is not on the map yet, Adepts being used really well by Creator, not losing them at all. If you're not looking for a moment, this bio one-shots an Adept if they get on top of it. But the moment Creator sees it, look at that, the Observer tracks it, the Adept sees the army, and he's actually already warping Stalkers in on the other side of the map because he wants to trap Cure over here and say no way home. So he's like, yeah, this is enough Stalkers to defend, but a bit of miss micro. He's got to get back to that shield battery. Overcharge does go down. And that Stim, you can't get healed from that. The Stalker's coming in from behind on the rally. You don't want to lose these units as Cure. This is Looking like a dicey situation for Q to be in. Notice he just stimmed some of the bio. It was just 2 Marauders. He didn't stim anything else there. But those 2 Stalkers come from behind. They kill 3 Marines. Observer sees it, and you're kind of trapped on the wrong side of the map. Cure, I think this is a big overextension. I do think Creator can punish him. Cure's doing a good job so far, but if Creator has good enough micro, he's going to be able to clean this up very efficiently. So far, 11 Marines for 1 Adept and a Stalker. You can see what I'm talking about. Does need to get back to that shield battery to heal up, though. And Cure actually really keeping the pressure on very nicely. Now, he's got a ton of minerals because he took his gases so late. He went 3 gases at once. He's got his factory up, and his starport almost is ready to swap over. But he's actually going to go 5 barracks. I don't know if this is good when you've lost this many Marines and Marauders already, and you haven't really done any damage to the Protoss. Even though he's on 2 base, I don't know. It's gonna be basically, you want to delay the fight as Cure for maybe 2-3 minutes from now. You want him to commit to a 3rd base, but you also don't want him to get many Colossus out. And that Colossus play is already starting. Viagra on the way immediately for those Colossus. Uh-oh. Creator, get out of there, dude. He's trying to be annoying with the Prism, but this Observer is really what's allowing him to be useful. As Q, if you could get rid of the Observer, this would be much easier. That's one of the most important things. If you want to play on the map against Blinkstalkers, you need to get rid of their vision. And if you can split half your army off to flank the Stalkers so that you come in from 2 sides, that's the dream. But that Observer was able to see so much. And as the dust settles after these trades, look at the efficiency. I would not want to be committing to a 2-base all-in if I was Q. Now, Q has gone 5 barracks. He does drop a 3rd command center after the 5 barracks. And I was talking about this style earlier today. I was saying this is the Marine Lord style, the QS style. Special does it a lot as well. And I don't like it. I think it is incredibly weak because it is so slow to get a 3rd base up. It's so slow to get up any sort of good Colossus and counter like Vikings or tanks in decent numbers. I feel like going 5 racks like this puts you all in on bio. Now, that being said, a lot of players have been making it work really consistently. And because of that, I admit that just because I don't like something, it could mean that I don't understand something. If I think something, I'm like, this seems bad because it's too inflexible, it's too late. And even when you do push, well, this army is so countered by force fields and Colossus and shield batteries, you've only got 1 tank, right? That being said, if you can get a big flank or a big open fight, it can be good. Zealots are going to come in. They do not have charge just yet. Creator's got to get out of there. Kills an SCV and then picks up and leaves. This is still a giant army for Cure right now. The upgrades aren't quite done, guys. There needs to be more warp-ins for Creator at home. Where are his Stalkers right now? There they are. They're going to rejoin this army. Does get a few hits on the bio. And only up 6 workers is Creator. So even with a delayed 3rd base, Cure can absolutely float that down. He can play this out for a long time, and he's at a decent supply count. The problem is, of course, that tech. The DT Shrine coming in, going to be a big problem for Cure in terms of harassment as the game goes on. And going siege tanks from here, he's about to get his 3rd tank. So that tank count at about 6 siege tanks is where you completely 100% always will one-shot a Colossus. 5 siege tanks will basically put it within a Marine shot of death consistently as well, even if you don't have vehicle weapons. So 3 siege tanks isn't bad because at 3 siege tanks you're 2-shotting a Colossus. So that's like kind of good enough, right? Even if there's batteries around. So there's these numbers where it's really good. But if you've only got two tanks, especially if they're fighting in battery range, just doesn't do much to them. You add Vikings in though, that's going to make it even easier. And those Vikings are now starting to come out. So Cure is rounding out his composition a little bit, does raise that depot wall. Zealots can't really do too much. Prism flies in. Those 3 Marines get some big damage there. Creator not finding any openings. And worker-wise, this looks really good for Cure. But, as I said, tech's a problem. That being said, Ghost Academy will counter just about everything. It is the best instant AoE damage in the game. Problem is, of course, it only affects shields. It can't actually kill the unit. It can just get rid of part of their hit points. Great Viking Corral there. Comes over and shepherds that Prism into the corner and then takes it out. Well done. Creator losing his map control there. Does not have any forward pylons to warp in off. He's just going to have to run Zealots around the map for run bys. But DT Blink and Disruptor Production's on the way. He's adding a 2nd Forge is created. No 2nd Robo yet is the one thing I'd be a little critical of. He's going up to 9 gate off single Robo. I do think double Robo Disrupt is going to be fantastic. And this game could still go either way. So as much as I'm like, dude, your 3rd so late, this is bad. Like, this does seem to be a pretty solid way of not dying as the Terran. You make it uncomfortable for the Protoss. If they mess up and give you an opportunity, you can find damage. As it is, though, you both find yourselves maxed off a not gigantic economy, not the greatest upgrades, but there may be a window here for Cure to do some stuff. Watch out. Big Ball Zealots on the left. This is a bit of a wild split from Creator, who does get a really nice disruptor shot on 2 of those tanks, putting them deep in the red. This DT doing some big damage as well. I don't like the SCVs fighting that. Could have just aim-moved the Marines there. 5 SCVs go down to the DT. Army spotted. Why are the Colossus not in this army? I think Creator's forgotten about his Colossus, guys. I think he's honestly messed up right now. Creator here doing some really weird control, but he gets a big hit on the bio and takes out a siege tank. Even with his Colossus on the left, is he just fine? He's sending a Zealot run by across the map. His disruptors are ruining these siege tanks. There's 4 left, 2 of them deep in the red. And this is looking really hard. Now his Colossus are finally going to join his army right now. He's coming in for a bit of a Sanger, and does get a big disruptor hit on that Bio Ghost. I mean, this does not look like it's going to work. There's 4 tanks, 4 Vikings left. It feels like Creator's already been so efficient, but wait, that nice focus fire. He's actually going to push in here. The tanks aren't part of this fight, though. Look at the ball! Oh my god, he does save quite a few of the units, but he loses a lot of them. And while those units are in the medevacs, it's time to push for Creator. But wait, is it? Oh, Creator gets over eager. Those Vikings actually pick off all the Colossi. The DT flank from behind, though, is going to clear the tanks. He engages, all the tanks go down, and he can just blink away to the right side. Oh, only gets... Oh, no, that was EMP'd. So even though it got out of scan range, it does die. And actually, wait, why are the Colossus over here? What the fuck is Creator doing, guys? Why are his Colossus on the other side of the map? I was like, wow, those Vikings must have killed the other 2 Colossus. I didn't even see them. His army control is absolutely bollocks. His Colossus are going walkabout, man. Creator was doing such a good job with his disruptors, but I don't know what's going on with these Colossi that they're never where they need to be to help the army. He's going to hold on against this push by the looks of it, but it's going to be a costly trade. A lot of DTs went down, and oh, a big ball does land as well. But oh my god, dude, there's just the Colossus, get back in there. The Colossus was the flank that was winning the battle, and that's the flank that pulls back. This is really weird mistakes from Creator here. It felt like he put himself in a position to win this game. Then his Colossus just went walkabout. They wandered off, and that's not what you need. You need him there in the fight, man. That tank even... Oh my god, is he going to get another Colossus? Oh, he does! And he clears the whole natural mineral line. A single DT going to warp in and clear this up. But dude, Cure is the comeback king, I tell you. This did not look like a good start to this push, but it worked out. It worked out. I think this was a perfect example of everything that's wrong with Cure's build, and then Creator just messing up his execution towards the end of that anyway, to be honest. I don't know, man. I feel like Disruptor, it felt like Protoss was ahead on tech the whole time, and obviously when he got up there and focused that Disruptor down and found a way in, it was like, oh, this is maybe good for Cure, but his tanks weren't really in range of the ramp yet. So it was a big problem. Now, obviously, there's no 4th command center. He hasn't transferred workers even to fully saturate his 3rd yet. So, I mean, Cure right now should say, cool, I did good damage. Let's rotate around the left, look for a snipe on the 4th, maybe do a little drop down here at the same time. I really think this is the point where if you split up and attack multiple angles, you've got the advantage. But fighting in one area after all these tech units that you've lost, definitely a little dangerous. See what he can do. Does he get the DT? Yes, he does. It's a big army for Protoss down there. Doesn't want to fight into these choke points. But moving up the left side, gets the Lib sieged. Wants to get the tank sieged up here if he can. He sieges it a bit further back. Stalker's on the backside looking for a medevac snipe. But yeah, that's a dead 4th base. Well done. 2-2 does start up here for Cure, but Cure doesn't have a 4th CC yet. Now, that being said, what have we seen recently? A lot of Terrans getting really good at just lifting their main, floating it to the 4th. Lifting their natural, floating it to the 5th, and saying, this is fine. As long as I use this army correctly, this will be good. It's kind of like what Innovation used to do on 2-base in early Legacy, the extended 2-base all-in, using the lift mechanic in this case to do kind of like an extended 3-base play. There's going to be a big hiccup. He needs to lift that. He's got the gas bank, which allows you to ignore and give up these gas geysers, or at least one of these gases. But you absolutely need to lift this pre-15 minutes to be as efficient as possible. Now, Liberator on the right, Liberator on the left. He's going to double siege the mineral lines. Army in the middle still posturing. If you could get rid of the Observer, it would be huge. I do like that. He saw that the Stalkers shot him from the low ground, so he immediately knows there's some bullshit going on. DT in the mineral line causing trouble on the 3rd base. It's obviously one of the best comeback mechanics that you have. A low economy Terran not very well prepared to deal with those DTs. Now that's going to siege up on the cannon and die. DT kills a bunch of probes and pulls back. Looks like Zealots ran in on the left as well. This Liberator gets a few kills, but the cannon kills that one. Stalkers, nice micro on the Stalkers. He moves through the zone, so the Liberator could not finish the red hit point Stalker. And, I mean, Cure's army is still bigger, He's going to have 2-2, and he's waited for it, but... Oh, man, he's caught. He's caught. He's caught. Oh, a great ambush here for Creator, catching everything on siege. Is it going to be enough? Dude, that's the perfect fight for Creator. The medevacs need to boost out of there. Oh, no. Q caught out on the map here, and there's one Colossus still there. That's going to add a lot of damage against those Marines. Now, obviously, Creator is so behind in this game. He's down one upgrade here. Just adding more Archons and Zealots. He's trying to reinforce across this map, but oh, he loses his Colossus. It's the most important unit here. You know what? If Creator can just posture around to the left or keep DT harassing, though, maybe he could bring it back in the long game with the economy, as silly as that sounds, against mules. Maybe? I mean, if I were him, I'd be on full DT Disruptor. You can see he's focusing Zealot Archon. So he's just saying, look, I killed a lot of army. Maybe we win one big push. So he's essentially going for an all-in fight where he's got to engage the army front on. But seeing how big the army is, I don't think Creator can break that. That's just too much bio, especially with a few EMPs in the mix, man. He's got another EMP available, and great arc for Creator, but look at the pullback. He pulls back to the choke point, unable to get the wraparound, and without the disruptors or the DT run-bys, kills some SCVs, loses his army, is down 84-6 army supply. Cure takes game 1. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Game number 2, it is Cure in the bottom right of Romanticide. Survives a dicey situation there in that first game. Up here in the top left-hand side, this is Team Envy's Creator. And Creator definitely is a player we do sometimes think of someone who needs to kind of get out of his own way to play his best in StarCraft. Constantly tilted. In GSL, we see him, you know, sometimes cry when he loses, head in hands, very frustrated. Sometimes looks like he's losing even when he's winning on his face. So he's very emotional, and I mean, he can play so well when he's got some momentum and he's in a good headspace. And other times he can fall apart and feel like really hurt himself just by making mistakes. I think it was Special who told the story of when Creator lost in GSL groups. He kicked his PC and it like switched off. He kicked it so hard it shut down. Don't know if he broke it or not, but like, yeah, like definitely Creator and Drogo, I think, are two of the most physical players when it comes to their frustrations, and it's always at themselves. They're not like, no, my opponent's race is so unfair. They just really passionate about the game, want to play their best, you know? So it's something which can be painful to watch because you instantly empathize so much with them as a player, where you're like, oh, I want him to win so bad. You know, you see them wearing their heart on their sleeve. But yeah, it's interesting. Why can Ghosts EMP Nexus, but High Templar can't feedback a command center? Don't know, right? I'm pretty sure it's just because you need to actually target units, right? Yeah. To be fair, High Templar are a bit more accessible than Ghosts, in my opinion. But you could say they're about the same, I guess. A bit more general purpose, anyway, than Ghosts. Against Terran Bio play, at the very least. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know, you'd need to ask the designers of the game if they even intended that. Or if it was an unintended consequence, like, oh yeah, because it's an AoE, you can place it anywhere, and therefore you can actually put it on buildings. Hey, Ryerson. You hit 4,500? Of course I remember coaching you, mate. Well done. You've been streaming a lot. I occasionally lurk in your stream, mate. I don't say anything very often, but I occasionally drop by. Big congrats on 4,500 MMR, mate. Sorry, guys, for the distraction there, in case this one makes it to YouTube. I mean, this could still be a real banger of a series. That was 2 kills, and the Adept didn't kill anything on the other side of the map. I was like, you know, some of these series do make it over to YouTube, so hello, YouTube! Say, you know, what's up, guys? Apologies if you hear me talking to Twitch chat occasionally. Oh no! Oh, Reaper goes down. See, he's a Stalker, so I think seeing a Stalker, you kind of assume it's a Twilight, but damn. What a way to go. Particle Disruptor to the face. That's what it's called, right? Particle Disruptor. I always check that. I don't know why. It doesn't sound right. Hellions building and a medevac. Oh, he's doing my build! Guys, Q is doing my build. Awesome. This is my favorite build. Just Reaper expand into 3 Hellion drop. Now, he might actually do the Marine drop and then the 3 Hellions run by, or he can do it, the Marines walk across, threaten the natural, and the Hellions do it. Now, he's trying to catch this Adept. Oh, you did. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, there's no running from that. No running from that. He gets into the main, but only for a second. Now, he knows it's 3 Hellions. I would actually repair the Hellions, maybe, but it is important to get across the map. Now, he's going to go hit the natural with the drop, but the Marines aren't pairing with it. So I feel like if you do it this way, it's not as powerful. Because it's just an alien drop. That being said, you're not throwing Marines away, so you are safer to the follow-up. So you can get a tank out. I think you'll maybe just build one tank. I think, actually probably 2 siege tanks. Probably 2 siege tanks, or maybe even continual tank production. Either way, Creator right now only has an Adept and 2 Stalkers. These 3 aliens enough to one-shot workers. There's a shield battery in the main, and 1 in the natural though. So if they have a shield battery in each base, you really can't do anything here unless the Protoss really screws up. If they build those shield batteries, then you just kind of go, yeah, he's positioned, he's backed off. At this point, you know he spotted your 3 Hellions. You kind of traded that for killing the Adept. It is what it is. You weren't able to hide this at all. He's going to try and bait. He's going to try and bait. He shows the medevac to the pylon. I think he might have even... He's going to try and boost it in and pretend. Try and get the distraction, and then the Hellions might try to dart on in. We'll see what happens. Warp Prism on the other side. This is a 4-gate blink from Creator, though. So he's going to be bringing the pain train, and you know what? Oh, he's not walled off. Oh, he's not walled off right now. So these 3 Hellions is enough to one-shot workers. Perfect timing. Fake medevac goes in the main. Hellions drive in the natural. Uh-oh, Creator, big trouble. Big trouble. Oh, big trouble in little Protoss right here. Oh, no. Oh, dude, someone call Lopan. That's actually not as much damage as I thought it would be. Even Lopan's fingernails would have been quivering seeing 3 Hellions run in when they have no units there. I do think he could have committed a little more, got maybe a few more, but of course, the moment he loses that Reddit point Hellion, he can't do more damage. Now he's got a tank and a Raven and mass SCVs ready to repair. Oh, great pre-positioning there by Cure. He's going to lose a bunch of SCVs, but it's kind of hard to split focus that many Stalkers. So he just kills like 7 SCVs, pulls back. He's like, okay, at least I damaged your economy. Very important. Because Creator can't take a 3rd right now. Now, there's only 1 tank. Wait, he swapped off after 1 tank. Oh, that's so dangerous. If he loses this bunker, he's dead. Oh, but he doesn't lose it. Okay, the tank... Yeah, so he's going to actually put the tank on the low ground. All the bio goes to the high ground. But look at this observer. I would try to move to the ledge and focus it with my Marines if I was him. Kind of hard to do, though. Oh, my God. He actually blinks into the main. The Hellions dive in on the other side and killing a couple of probes. Auto turret tanks a little bit. He's got to pull SCVs to tank for this bio. Stim shields +1 not done. And this is the danger of only going a single siege tank, guys. I think he really thought that he could keep Creator back with that Hellion drop, force him to be a little bit more respectful. Little does he know that Creator is the most disrespectful Protoss. He says, no, I am all in on this 4-gate blink, dude. I've got to do big damage, and he is getting it, dude. 21 SCVs go down. If he backs off now, it's okay if he can keep most of these Stalkers alive. Does lose a lot of Stalkers, gets 25 SCV kills, though. That Observer's still causing him big problems. That monitoring his army movement's huge, and the Raven's gone down. The tank could be repaired by SCVs, would be really nice. Now, if he can get a 3rd base up, Creator can now play a macro game. He's done enough SCV damage. He's going to split off into harassment here. Stalker drop on the bottom and the units in the natural. We'll see what happens. Oh, Stalkers do pick off an SCV here or there. See what they can do. Sean, thank you very much for the 11-month resub. So, I like this switch now. And actually, he's going to go Storm. Ooh, my favorite. I love Storm after a 4-gate opening. If you feel you've got a bit of room to breathe, like you've done so much SCV damage there, you know, why not go for it? Storm does start up. He's already warping in High Templar. My big criticism of Creator, and he actually does it perfectly, so it's actually invalid criticism, is I would always go like 5 High Templar here. He gets 2. And then he just stops building High Templar a lot of the time. Like, he tries to do just 1 or 2 storms, because he says, look, a high-level Terran... Did he just fly his Prism in and die it? No, he's recalled at home. Oh, he recalled that home, but that means these Stalkers kind of have to do some damage. Okay, he's going to try and pull back. Oh, the sandwich! Q looking for a big old one. Looking for the sandwich. Blink, recall, or just blink. He might just blink. Yeah, he's got a recall. Oh, he doesn't have recall. Of course he doesn't. Oh, he's trying to escape, guys. He's going to try and trade out here. He gets a Marauder, a 2nd Marauder. Gets 3 Marauders, but that's a lot of Stalkers to lose. Great trade there for Cure. Cleans up those Stalkers on the map. That's the danger of going in. Great patience, though, by Cure to calmly turn around and say, no. Let's not let him fuck with me. Look, he's already used a recall for the Prism. I can trap those Stalkers. That was a really mature decision now. These Marines didn't stim. They could have got a lot of damage there on that Prism. He's just going to rally to deal with that. The rest of the army coming across. He's got units ready to stim into the natural, and he's going to doom drop the main. Creator does not have great map vision right now. Oh, I think Creator might just be 2-0'd, guys. He was in a good spot in game 1, but guess what? No recall ready for the reposition, And now he is in big trouble because guess what's good against Storm? Going around them, dropping and saying, come and fight into my pre-spread. And that's exactly what he's doing. Clicks the battery overcharge down. He's going to clean up these units before the High Templar can even get back there. Storm does kill some bio on the front, but look, he's making it hard for him to even get back up into his main. A lot of Zealots. Stalker does get up there, and it looks like with the Zealots, he will be able to get on out. Oh, he's going to get that. Oh, good pullback, but those medevacs. Oh, are they not in range? Really? They look like they're in range. Okay, so Cure is now going to kind of bounce around. Maybe doesn't get the kill. Third Command Center has just started. Oh my god, so he's pretty committed on these 3-racks play, guys. This is actually a hold for Creator. Who did he lose any important buildings? No. Okay, shout out to Creator for... Oh, these are kind of exposed, actually. I was going to say shout out for good, safe building placement. It's not. He didn't go upgrades, by the way. His Forge is just starting while 1-1's done for Terran. So even though Q is like not looking great economically with such a late third, he's actually got a totally fine work account. It is absolutely acceptable. And he's poised, ready to drop. Creator, though, could do a lot with this Prism. There's no spotter in the corner of the main, but a very conservative rally point for Q should keep him safe for now. Stalker's pinned in the back there. These units, High Templar, Immortal Arc on a real powerful chunk of units there. And a chunk of units there. Let's look at how Creator splits this up. These guys are Control Group 2. That's Control Group 3. The Natural, no Control Group. Warp Prism down on Control Group 9, which he's probably put on a custom key. Oh, the double Viking. I always talk about it. You should not be letting people just hang out in the dead space with a Prism. Getting a Viking is such a winning move. And that is exactly why 2 Vikings, even better than 1 for hunting it down, makes it very hard for them to recall it in time. I love it. And the thing is, Creator does love going for Colossus. So those Vikings usually come in handy later. Even if he doesn't, guess what? He's gone Storm. Good chance he puts High Templar in a Warp Prism for Storm drop. Viking counters that as well. You EMP a Warp Prism, it only has 80 hit points left, or 100, whatever it is, and then your Vikings shoot it down in 2 or 3 volleys. Ooh! Oh my god. Good damage, good damage. Ouch! Okay. The Widowmine going to be annoying. Zealot takes one for the team there. Of course, this drop in the back, it's 4 Marines, a Marauder, and a tank. So it's a pretty small army. He gets an Observer. Nicely done. Limiting the vision of Creator. Who's ahead? Who's behind? I mean, Creator's getting double Robo Colossus swap. That's a big problem against a Bio Ghost army. I hate this Robo placement. It blocks your own ramp. It does make it hard for Bio to get up your ramp without clearing the Robo first, but it does block you a little as well. He's going to go Stargate. So Creator's like, you know what? Fuck this. This is worth building a Void Ray or a Phoenix just to get rid of the drops in the dead space. I think that's worth it for sure. Is it really the highest priority, though, in this scenario? That's a hard ask. Now, he could lose his 4th base. Likewise, though, does he have enough units at home to defend this push? It's only a medium chunk of units, but 3 Immortals, 2 Archons, and a High Templar with 2 Storms. He's going to, of course, answer it with, the best defense is a good offense. Unfortunately for him, there is a High Templar there. He cannot eat that Psy Storm. Back out of there, Creator. Or Cure, sorry. More Bio unloading on the right side, ready to stim in. 1 High Templar with a battery ready. Hanging on with bare minimum units. EMP on the High Templar still has a Psy Storm left, though. And he lost the Ghost. So, good trade so far for Creator. Oh! Gets the High Templar before the battery overcharge can save it here. High Templar from the high ground, though, does come in. Pushes that back. But he saves most of the units, so he can go back and heal. Tell that to go unload maybe in the corner and heal up. These units have rejoined in the south. 2nd Starport, 4th Command Center on the way. Cure is begrudgingly going to go to the late game. And this Phoenix says, hey, dickhead, I'm going to force you in. And he actually gets to unload. Can he kill a Stalker? He gets a Stalker! He gets 2 Stalkers! Not bad, not bad. Creator, unfortunately, chose to shoot the wrong Medivacs first there. But still getting 3 Medivacs and getting rid of that problem, allowing his Stalkers to rejoin his forces. Going to give him a bit more map control. This Phoenix as well. Dude. Oh my god. Cure, after knowing there's a Phoenix, didn't get out of there. Oh my god. Oh, he's going to lose both. Both Medivacs are going to go down. Oh my god. Creator, once again, is going to lose a bunch of units and let potentially 5 Marauders out of there. That's a big mistake. Big army coming through the middle, though. Remember what I said about his lack of High Templar count, guys? He has a High Templar, 2 High Templar in this army. He does have 4 Storms between him, which is nice. And he's got the 1 High Templar on the D. Yeah, 1 High Templar at home. He plays on a very low High Templar count. He kind of says, look, if I play Storm, my opponent usually just responds with EMPs. They multi-drop, they doom drop. I just focus immediately on going to the counter, which is, again, more mobile units to defend. Add the Stargate to clear up the drop space, and then I go into Disruptors and DTs in the more standard late game, but I've got the Storm there just as support. So it's kind of cool. I would always have a bit more Storm because I'm going to whiff more of them. But Creator, with such attention to detail, just real minimal Storm commitment, forces a big response, gets a lot of respect out of his opponent in how they use their army. They stop trying to force pushes on the front anymore because they're so afraid of getting stormed when their army runs around in a blob. Oh shit, does that Widowmine see this? Oh, he does now. Okay, DT there does get out of scan range. EMPs it, takes it down, but Army's already jumping on his third. And Cure, oh, that's a very slow response. He saw this a little while ago. Now he's going to lose the orbital potentially. Oh, maybe not. Okay, he saves it. Watch out, flanking High Templar! Big Storm! Oh, does get a lot of damage. You got to repair those Vikings now if you're in Cure's shoes. Oh my god, there's a lot of disruptors in there. Great EMPs. Big ball does hit in the center of mass. But the lack of shields means you kind of got to get out of there. You don't have a lot of meat for this army. Oh, great storm drop. Great storm drop there. I think Creator has to fight. I think Creator has to stand his ground and fight. He landed such good storms. Both sides take an absolute smashing from the enemy's splash damage. And it looks like Cure does come out on top. Oh my god, forces the fight. Great storm drops trying to do well there. But yeah, it's not quite going to be enough. Damn. Background music is a little bit too loud, chat says today. No worries, guys. I'll turn it down just a little. We do have it a bit louder today. This is a louder soundtrack than what we were listening to before. So yeah, we'll turn it down a little bit for sure. Yeah, I realized my earphones have actually stopped working in one ear. So I think that's why it seems quieter to me. Gotta get some new earphones. Ooh, great disruptor shots. Dude, this is not over yet. Oh, Cure cannot push through that position, I don't think. He's trying to make it work. His bio is very bruised. He's got a fourth base. I don't think he needs to do this. I understand he wants to push now. Oh, the High Templar as well. But yeah, the disruptor zoning is really good. The shield battery cannon usage. And look at that. 2 Nexi going down. So he's actually going up to straight up to 6 bases versus the 4 base Cure. And Cure does not like building that many command centers. So yeah, it's going to be hard for him. He does start 3-3, but he needs more command centers. Like this base, remember I said you've got to lift this by 15 minutes. There's no reason to still have this here mining out this last bit of gas. You've got to get that moving. So definitely a small area for Cure to improve his game is he plays a lot of these low command center count games. Oh, looks like that was a Widowmine maybe that got caught there. Another Widowmine going to get blasted. The water as well. Disruptor's doing well. He does lose his 6th base on the top, but he's got his 5th base there. Does Creator. And Creator already on 8 gases. Doesn't care too much. Oh, he recalls. That was unnecessary. It's very interesting. He's got very little map vision. Does Creator right now. Cure comes in. Not even a pylon to warp in off here. And that Liberator says, how about some freedom? Yeah! Yeah, mother trucker. Creator, of course, not too happy about that, but quick response. Loses only 3 probes. Does need a pylon here, so we can at least warp in responsively. DT does dodge that army, goes around the right side to deny this base. That main base is finally lifting out, and it's going to lift to the top side. Okay. So who's got the advantage? Well, upgrade-wise, massive advantage for Cure. When 3-3 kicks in, he goes from a 1 upgrade advantage to a 3 upgrade advantage. So it seems like right now, not really building any more SCVs, no more command centers. He's not investing in a longer game. EMP? Oh, he EMPs his own 2 ghosts. Ow. That was a lot of energy he just lost for that DT. The blink dodge from Creator, very nice. And Widowmine will not be able to fire. Oh, 2-sided fight. This can go really bad for either side. Technically, the Terran with perfect control, I think, is favored in a 2-directional fight with this more mobile stim comp. But, oh, my lord! Oh, no. Oh, no. And now Creator has control. Now Creator has big control. Drops a big old ball. Oh, a lovely micro on that ball, too. He's just going to pull back here while pouncing on the top side. Oh, man. Even if he loses a few of these power units, I think that's acceptable. Colossus going down is his last Colossus, and guys, it is about to be that triple upgrade advantage soon. He's just lost some power units. This might be an opportunity. This might be an opportunity for Cure. Yeah, the lack of upgrades adding in there. I mean, Creator, without power units and down this far, he can't fight this with Zealot Stalker. No shield batteries here, dude. It's too many of his disruptors went down on that left side. He's got a lot of disruptors on the right, so he does take out a bunch of SCVs. Zoning with these disruptors. He's got to be patient with those. Oh, that disruptor buying time. It's hard for Kua to dodge balls on both sides at once and punish this. He's got a great upgrade advantage, but he's actually quite bruised and overstimmed. This army is also just outnumbered as he was rallying to the right side. So Creator here with the numbers advantage on the left does okay. Baits another stim and just blinks back, and that's it. You're letting this army kind of bruise itself to death with overuse of those stim packs. Ghost does snap the Warp Prism. Still got an army on the right side. It's just a handful of units. Creator doing a lot with a little. His 5th base fully mining. And this could still go either way. +1 ship weapons is done as well, but he's way off Liberator production right now, is Kua. And remember what I said, no SCV production, no command center production. He's kind of putting himself in a position where this can't just be about slow long-term efficiency. But, I mean, he's got the upgrades. He wants to make those upgrades worth it right now. But look at the balls. I mean, finally, are they exhausted? Oh, some big balls to finish. I think it's a worthwhile trade. A good recall does save... I think an Archon barely got out of that. Where did he recall to? The main base? The 5th? Must have been one of these. I think only these 2 Stalkers actually got out. Looks like the Archon did die at the last second. Units lost tab looking pretty bad for Creator. And with these upgrades not adding in, it's going to get worse and worse. Disruptors don't care about upgrades. The DTs actually kind of do a little bit in some scenarios. Maybe versus Marauders. Kind of depends how many stims have gone down, how much medevac healing. But it's definitely a scenario where it's very fragile. The DT run by is going to continue to come in. Gets another Disruptor Snipe. Great plays here for Kua. Now, if Kua could swap back into some multi-dropping, that would be great. Problem for him is he doesn't know where the observers are, so he's worried about getting caught loading up into his medevacs. Like, that's a scan. DT comes in. Army on the south. Stalker's no match for these units as the Disruptor's backing them up to make it hard for Kua to engage. Kua tries to engage there. He could take that army out pretty easily. But it's just the Disruptors keep forcing him to pull back and then Creator very quick to escape when his Disruptors are not ready to fire. Command Center will land here again. Missile turret does go down. Creator causing an absolute nuisance for himself. Very well done. Okay, so down here. Oh, big ball, big ball, big ball. Still mostly a pretty shit army. +2 ground armor finally coming in for Creator. Down on upgrades, but just using his army to push and scare the crap out of Kua. That Colossus is going to go down, and look at that. With the Disruptor and the Colossus gone, where is your splash damage? He has not invested in a High Templar for a long time. It's been very Colossus Disruptor focused, which sometimes can work. Yeah, the DTs, I don't mind that blink. I think that's a pretty good blink there. Just try to jump on top of this army. This is all of Creator's army against only half of Kua's. Kua's going to, of course, just kite backwards the way you do. Give up ground, set up in a concave, pull back. Oh, he does try to fight this. Oh no, very bad spread. 6 Marauders to 1 Disruptor shot. That's a very bad fight there. The fact that Kua is engaging does not... It seems he doesn't realize how much bigger this army is than his. That army needs to get up the guts of Creator. Creator is giving up his defense to have this offense right now. Kua just needs to give up this base and pull back. Losing this base is totally fine, but not if you're going to lose all these units fighting for it. Oh my god, he thinks he can take the fight, and the Drilly Boys are pulled. He says, okay, while you're clicking the orbital, I'll try to take the trade, but I think this is a misstep from Kua, who's F2'd home now. I think he needed to pull back and give up ground and really be patient there on the stims, set up a giant spready, and pull back the SCVs and then go for it. But I think a little over-eager from Kua. Now Creator's army looks poised to get on the production. No depot raise just yet. Of course, he's AMPing. He's trying to bait him out of position. Creator's economy is about to go to Dicktown. This is his last mining base, which means only long-distance mining now for Creator. Those 54 probes, not really an advantage. Kua is mining. Creator is not. If he can stabilize and get some more units out of this production, it'll be huge. Problem, of course, is these stims not really getting healed. The medevacs are dry right now. The blink on top of the DTs. The Colossus Stalker absolutely smushing. Oh, a big old Disruptor shot as well. He'll take out a few of these DTs before he goes down. Notice he even focus fires them and pick up and leave. Oh, yeah, gets a Disruptor even before leaving. I don't know if he can get more units out, though. He's going to bring this army home, clean this up. Creator's income down to 200 minerals and 80 gas a minute. 40 probes long distance mining is all he's got. Most of them aren't even long distance mining right now. He's going to try and take out these production facilities. Honestly, the 3 Disruptors are the big problem, but 2 of them are at home. Only one of them's with this army. I would not drop on top of that, though. There's still 4 Zealots and a good pack of Stalkers. Okay, he might just try to unload in here and then save some of these barracks. He's not really getting anything out right now. He's going to try and surprise this army. He's not very well pre-spread. He's a bit clumped up. Oh, good Disruptor micro there. But, oh, good Colossus pickups, but it doesn't really matter. because the bio, the 3-3 versus the 2-2, the double upgrade advantage does triumph in a very close back and forth map. And in the end, it does go his way.